Hey, y'all. It's Dylan. So, hey, this is another one of these PMZ teases because we're trying to siphon money away from you and your family to our pockets. And I don't think that that's a big ask. If you love us, do it. But anyways, this should give you a little taste of what PMZ is. It's essentially a massive ego trip for one Patrick Hickey. He does a fantastic job guiding us through pop culture. We talk about the Spice Girls. We talk about traumatic experiences with Aaron and Nick Carter. And we just start to get into a brand new segment called Wow, Isn't That Interesting? To hear the whole segment, you're going to have to go to patreon.com/anotherpodcastnetwork, and it may or may not have to do with the diabetes-riddled late Wilfred Brimley. Anyways, take a listen. Love you guys. We'll be back next week with more Below Deck and Bachelor.
Oh my God, I fucking hate that.
Well, I guess Pat has to eat his words. Look at that display of talent.
$10 million bucks.
Hey Pat, how does that crow taste? Hi, hello, and welcome to another brand spanking new episode of the Patreon fan favorite property. That being Another Podcast Network presents PMZ, which stands for Patrick MZ. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know, seeing as this is the most popular show
Did
on
you
this
do
network,
the bump, bump, bump? What the hell is wrong with you?
I'd like to hear a little more enthusiasm promoting this show at the top, seeing how popular the show is, Dylan. Could I get a little more oomph in your step, if you don't mind, please?
Ooh. Here's my answer to that. No.
All right, so I'm going to give a preview of what's going to be on this show at PMZ because it's going to be epic. I'm going to be debuting a new segment in the show called Wow, That's Interesting. I know the fans are going to love that. I'm also going to do Patty's favorite things. They're here for me to break down the scoops. They like my voice 90% of this podcast, not 50, not 40. Not 70.
That definitely, you cite a lot that's been said in the Facebook group. This is the most popular, whatever. There have been no 90% figures. They like us jibbing and jabbing while you try to have a monologue. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious dynamic.
Well, let me get to it.
Yep.
All right. So my first scoop here, I'm very excited about this. All right, it's about the Spice Girls. I'm not sure if you guys were fans. You were young men or young boys when they first debuted in 1996.
I was a big Mel B fan. I was very big into Mel
Scary
B.
Spice.
And I just really agree with their overall philosophy because if you want to be my lover, you have to get with my friends.
I like that.
And also you do have to spice up your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so here's the scoop.
And I actually think as a group, they actually embody all how we should all be as what you shouldn't be one thing. You should be sporty Spice. You should be scary Spice. You should be posh Spice. You should be the other two.
I wonder what's happening in Patrick's head right now when he's realizing that Nick is going to try to take a 51% ownership.
Well, let me just say this. This is a very fun opportunity. Let me finish my thought. Hey, fans of this show, go on over there in the comments section after you hear this episode and let Nick and Dylan, let them know what you think about them interrupting this glorious host of this most popular property on this network. All right, so Mel C revealed this week that the Spice Girls want to return to the U.S. for their 25th anniversary tour. And their only problem is they need to persuade Victoria Beckham to join them. Mel C has revealed that the Spice Girls were planning on a tour this summer until the Big C hit us. The band made up of Mel C, Jerry, Mel B, Emma, and then Victoria Beckham. What was she? Was Hottie Spice? What the hell was she?
She was posh.
Oh, sorry,
that's
posh.
The one thing I do know.
Posh.
That's right. So anyway, they basically revealed while they were doing some promotional stuff that they can't get Victoria to come out and go on tour. And according to the Mirror, the singer admitted that she enjoyed being with the band, but it probably wasn't something that was going to happen. And now this got me to thinking. This is 3 times they've tried this. Okay. And the first time they tried it. So imagine when a band is at their epic height, which I would say for them was probably 1998. Okay. And then all the little girls grow up a little bit. And then they're kind of over it and they move on to the boy band, whatever the boy bands are at the time. So anyway, this happened in 2002, 2009, and now 2020 or 2020.
It's like the third coming.
Right. They actually started the tour in 2009 and they only did a handful of shows and no one was showing up. No one cares. So I have a theory here. Get this. No one's going to pay to see this 25th reunion, because this is how it works. They could probably go to Vegas like Britney Spears did, and they can get like a month or two there.
Residency.
And a bunch of bachelorette parties will show up and buy tickets. And of course, the hotel will flood the market with free tickets to this if you upgrade a room or something.
NY's bachelor parties, a hunting ground.
Oh, exactly. One of the things I've seen is that boy bands actually last past their expiration date. They move out of being boys, and then there's like a gestation period. Then they go back out on the road when they're in their 30s and 40s, new Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys. I'm sure NSYNC gets back together. I bet they're playing the Rose Bowl.
But they have the Spice Girl problem where it's really hard to convince Justin to do it. He has to get paid significantly more. Paid more than the one whose name is literally the fat one.
Oh, Joey
Fatone.
Joey. I've seen New Kids on the Block, and I'm not afraid to admit this to our fans, 2 times in the last 5 years. It's just a fun show.
I like a lot of their music. I mean, Hang Tough. You got Hang Tough.
They do a 2-hour show. I don't even know what songs they're doing. It's the audience is so excited. You just have to join in.
You scream and you throw your panties on stage.
It's great. Let me tell you something. Backstreet, if they come out this summer, I'm going to go see Backstreet Boys too.
Oh, Backstreet's back. Backstreet's back. All right.
Yeah, I'll never see a Backstreet Boys show ever because I used to be a big fan of them. I used to dance in my room to the Millennium album. And
everybody,
when I went on,
everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And when I went on the Disney cruise, I was shocked to hear that both Aaron and Nick Carter were on the boat. Did I cream my pants? No, I couldn't at that time. I wasn't able to cream my pants until I hit puberty at 15. But Nick Carter, one afternoon, came out onto the basketball court. He did not shake hands, give hugs, or sign autographs to the little children. He had his goons scurry us all off the court so he could play with his boys. We were deprived of that afternoon's festivities on the court so that Nick could shoot hoops with his fat boys and drink champagne. Did I cry? I don't know, but I'll never see the Backstreet Boys ever.
Oh, wow.
I fucking hate the Carters. Aaron is an absolute train wreck. They are my 6th and 7th favorite Carters.
It's heartbreaking for me because I gave Aaron Carter guitar lessons in 1997 for about a month. He was doing a Christmas record here in Hollywood, and this cute little blonde haired boy with it was long hair, and he was opening up for his brother's band, and I was crazy. I had no idea the credentials, and then I forgot about him. And years later, I'm hearing he's playing like arenas and shit.
Yeah, because he beat Shaq in a one-on-one game of basketball. It launched his career.
Yeah, exactly. And I bet Pat was the one who told him to get all those face tattoos when he grew up.
Can I do? I'm going to debut a new segment here. I'm going to debut a new segment, which I think is going to be very popular on this show. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes.
I teased it at the top. The new segment is called, "Wow, that's interesting."
Does it have
I love how broad this segment is. We can really get into a lot of stuff here.
Okay, all right. So this is like stuff that you probably didn't know, didn't think about, but when I break it down, you're going to go, "Wow, that's interesting."